We are coming up on one of the busiest times of the year here in Bend for tourists to come into town and want to see everything we have to offer. But even if you're a local, today I'm going to show you a way to see Bend like you never have before. We are inside Bend Tour Company's place on Industrial Drive in Bend, and I'm here with the owner of Bend Tour, Brett. How are you doing?
Wonderful, Mackenzie. Glad to have you here.
All right, and you are going to get me up on this and not break my face.
I have confidence that we can pull that off.
Okay, cool. So what's first?
Well, first off, quick orientation. It's an assistive mobility device. Many people come in and ask, will I be able to balance on it? It's the easiest thing. It's what it was basically built to do. So what we'll do is we'll get you up on it and prove to you that you can stand up on it without falling off. The second thing we'll teach you is simply how to stop, because if you can stop, you can go anywhere. It doesn't take much to move these things. Real simply put, there's a couple sensors under my toes and under my heels. All I have to do is change my weight and it will move forward and backward. The misconception is that the handlebar makes it go forward and backward. That couldn't be furthest from the truth. What it does is give you something to lean on when you're going either way to remain on the platform. But where it really shines is its ability to turn in place. So the Segways are about mobility. They're not about speed. They go about 12.5 miles an hour at top speed, but they go places that other vehicles just simply can't go. Yeah. Stand up, grab the handlebar, and in one motion, you're up on the Segway. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is simply put some weight on your toes and watch how it comes forward to me. You're doing that, I'm not. I want you to do the reverse. I want you to put it on your heels and stay on your heels and it'll make you go backward. Because you just learned how to go backward, you also just learned how to stop. Best thing is how quickly you learn.
After a few more test runs, Justin and I were ready to hit the pavement. Oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
Now remember, the gyroscope will not allow you to go too fast. So go ahead and just point it down and worry about steering.
As much fun as getting some speed on the Segway is, Brett slows the tour down every now and then for a history lesson, no matter who's riding.
They created Benham, Dillon, and moved the river over to where it is now. There, those little things, and locals don't know those things.
Even if you've strolled through the Old Mill District or biked by the amphitheater a million times, gliding is a different experience. What's the best reaction you've ever had to a Segway ride?
The best reaction? Wow. The best reaction is when someone comes back 2 and 3 and 4 times, because that means they had a great time. But absolutely the best reaction is the person who walks in the door who seems to be the most frightened and the most trepidatious. Seeing the smile on their face when they're done and when they go on, that's it. The Segway smile leaves and goes on for a while afterward.
The Segways are such a blast, you might want to take one home, but Brett does not rent them for good reason.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to the town, and I wouldn't do that to my machines.
Before I had any other bad ideas, Brett took our tour downtown. All right, watch out for the pole, right?
Yeah, the pole's immovable. You really want to avoid those things.
We made it past the pole safely, but a new challenge was waiting right down the road. Here's our first real test. Can we make it with traffic?
Can we make it? We're going this way.
I think we got it.
All is one.
We're like little ducklings crossing the road.
When you get there.
Downtown, we breezed through the breezeway. I ran circles around Brett, and we even caught some live music. Then we got thirsty. So a tour of Bend is not complete without a beer. Everybody knows that.
Boneyard's a great place for us to stop, do a quick taste. Try the espresso whilst I'm here.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
And the taste test didn't stop at Boneyard.
But go ahead straight in, Mackenzie. We're going in.
We cheers to Justin's camera skills on the Segway, and then we took off to tackle bigger and better. How long do you think it'll take us to get to Bachelor?
Yeah, 18 miles, 12.5 miles an hour.
Not too long.